Hello guys, how's it going? Today I would like to share some insights and research regarding a Stapelia gigantea. I have these um Stapelia gigantea for more than a year now and I ordered it online as well. This was just like 5 to 7 stems when I got them, but look at it now. I have already got some cuttings given to some friends, but they are still full. Stay with me guys and let's learn together. Stapelia gigantea is a species of flowering plant in the genus Stapelia. Common names: this is commonly referred to as the Zulu giant, carrion plant or carrion flower, giant toad plant, starfish flower, Stapelia nobilis or nobilis, and Stapelia marlothii. Origin: it is a succulent member of the milkweed, not cactus family, which is native to dry desert areas from Tanzania to South Africa. It has spineless, four-angled succulent stems which grow upright from 8 to 12 inches tall before scrambling sideways with the tips still erect. Stems are covered with very fine layer of felt-like fibers, and they can form big clumps up to 1 meter in spread when grown in an open ground. The focal point of this plant is the fleshy, five-pointed star-shaped flowers, which are fused together at their base and the tips taper to a very narrow filament-like point. This flower grows 10 to 16 inches across, and the flowers have a leathery texture and vary from pale yellow to reddish brown with an elaborate pattern of dark reddish stripes and also fringes of soft white hairs on the corolla segments. Flowers are extremely large, soft, and pulpy to touch. Unlike our domestic milkweeds, which are pollinated by butterflies and bees, and which produces sweet fragrance, Stapelia gigantea flowers or its flowers gives off a pestilent smell which flies are attracted to. Flowers are pollinated by flies, which reportedly find the carrion aroma irresistible. In short, these flowers are foul scented. Based on my experience when my Stapelia bloomed, I never smelled anything foul or bad smelling flower whenever I tried to smell the bloom. However, it is true that the flies really love staying inside the flower. I don't know if the smell has a particular hour or time of the day to be smelly, or since it is placed in an open but shaded area, I didn't smell any foul odor whenever I check its flower. And by the way, the bud arises near the base of a branch, and this Stapelia is one of the largest flowers in the plant world. Well, I would highly recommend this plant for beginners. One good choice for young growers and even mature growers who can appreciate some of the nature's more unusual creations. If you like unusual, interesting plants that are long lived, easy to care for, and intensely amazing, the Stapelia is the plant group for you. Not only an easy and highly adaptable plant, well suited to a sunny site by the window, it also has several traits which tends to make it particularly appealing to young growers, like it's fast growing, producing multi-branch succulent stems, and their flowers are remarkable for their size. Others may say that the flower is not as beautiful as with a rose, but to my eyes, these flowers are strikingly odd and fascinating in their own right. All right, so if you plan to care for this plant, here are some of the things that you need to consider. First is the light. They are best in partial sun or light shade. Indoors or outdoors, starfish plants like lots of sunlight, but you have to protect them against direct sun as it can be damaging to the plant. Okay, for the soil and fertilizer, as with the most succulents, they need a light, airy, well drained soil. This plant actually doesn't need regular fertilizer. Your soil potting mix should contain quite a bit of natural organic matter, and that would be enough. The soil must not be too acidic. Okay, so for the pots and container, well, it should be with a drainage hole. Unglazed or clay pots are recommended because they allow excess water to evaporate. Regarding humidity and temperature, they prefer a warm temperature to produce its best growth. It should be kept at above 50 degrees Fahrenheit during cold months. Like any other succulents, you have to wait for the soil to dry completely before you water it again. Water sparingly at all times and very little during cold months. You have to wait for the stems to shrivel a bit in wintertime or cold months before watering lightly. They are propagated by stem cuttings. Cuttings are best taken during growing season. So you just set the cuttings aside in a warm spot that is not exposed to direct sunlight for about a week to allow the cut end to heal. Well, for me, since it's hot here, I don't do it. I mean, I don't wait for the end cut to heal before I plant it in the soil. But if you need to do that, here's what you need to do after the cut end. So you have to insert the portion of the stem into moistened soil. And by the way, for some instances, the stems will already produce roots during week or two during healing time. Okay, so they are fast growing as long as the basic requirements are given, like the soil, pot, light, and water. They will produce remarkable growth, easily doubling its size in a single year. Well, once it is already established, it will soon fill a very large pot with many stems spilling over the sides of the pot. Regarding toxicity, there are no reported cases regarding this plant being toxic. So, this is a kid and pet friendly plant. So, it is not that scary that the kids and the pets go near our Stapelia plants, but I still recommend that if ever your kids touch the plant, they should still wash their hands to be sure. So, again, based on my experience and with this plant, even if you have not had a lot of luck with plants in the past, collecting Sopelia can provide you an easy, exciting, exotic, and successful adventure. So, thank you so much, guys, for staying with me and for watching. Please subscribe and stay blessed and stay happy. Bye.